Jimmy with Truckbuilders, and today I got this 30 feet trailer from Billy Cleveland, and I will be giving you a tutorial on the appliances and the components of this trailer. Okay, so on this side of the trailer, you got your 250 amp outlets, right? This one is for your main breaker box, and this one will be for your 220 conventional oven. So this will come with two 25 feet, 50 amp extensions on your trailers and adapters. Okay, so on this side of the wall, you got your breaker panel. Here you have your labels for your breakers. Number 1, number 3 will be your main. Number 5A is your rear AC. 5B is your outlet number 1 and outlet number 6. 7A is your water heater. 7B is your water pump. 9A is your interior lights. 9B is your freezer. 11A is your refrigerator and outlet number 4. 11B is your front AC. 2A is your outlet number 2 and outlet number 5. 2B is your extractor. 4A is your hood lights. 4B is your outlet number 3. 6A is your single door refrigerator. 6B is your double door freezer. 8A is your exterior outlets. 8B is your gas detector and your cold prep table. And number 10 is your converter and your exterior lights. Right here is your converter. The moment that you have some external outsource come into the trailer, this will activate only if you have this number 10, which is the converter breaker on. That will allow most of your lights within the trailer to turn on, as well as your electric RV steps. And over here to the left, you got your conventional oven. So all you want to do is press this tab down, and right here you will have your breaker. That's separate for your conventional oven right there. Okay, up here you got your water inlet. Just take this little tap off, connect your regular 3/4 water hose to it, and then you start filling up your potable water tank. So the sanitizing area, you got your wash, your rinse, and your sanitize, and your hand wash system only. You got your soap dispenser, paper dispenser. Over here to the left, you got your water pump switch and your water heater, as well as down here, you want to make sure that your potable water tank has water in it before you turn on your water pump. That's your water pump and that's your water heater. So we will give them a try right now. This is your, as well as the hand wash area. Okay, on this side of the trailer, you got your water waste valve. You have this little door that you just want to twist and turn. Here you got your valve, 1, 2, 3, and just releases the water from the wastewater tank. So over there to the left, you have some wall shelves. Over here to the right, you got your work table, you got your single door refrigerator. Here you got your 18 by 72 work table, some more stainless steel shelves. Here you got your conventional oven, a 220. Right here you got your double door freezer. You got your cold prep table. Right here, you got your outlet number 3, your gas detector, your hood light and extractor. You got your fire suppression system. You got your double door refrigerator, your double door freezer. Along here, you got your gas appliances, hot plate, griddle, fryers. And back here, you have your, in case of a fire, pull handle for your fire suppression system that is up here. Okay, so at the front side of the trailer, you have your 200-pound propane tanks, your regulator. This is your gas ball valve. So in the moment it's in the closed position, the moment you turn it to the vertical position, that means that there's gas flowing through. So onto the appliance section. Before you turn any of these appliances, you want to make sure that you have your extractor on, as well as your hood light, in order to see what you're doing. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start with the hot plate. This is your hot plate valve. Turn that to the on position. Up here, you should start hearing a little hissing on the hot plate. Right? And that right there in the middle is your pilot. Next, we're going to do the griddle. So turn the valve on, and down here you will have this little port where the pilot is located. It's a little square. The moment you have it in there, light that up, the pilot light's on, meaning that you could just turn the knob and the heating element will activate right away, as well as if you turn the knob on the second one, the heating element will allow the second to turn on as well, and then the third one to make it more easier for you. So now the 3 of them are onto the fryer. We got your fryer valve. The first one we got, they're both the same, both work the same way. So first things first, make sure it's off. Second, you have this little knob. The little knob has the letter L sticking out. What you want to do on that one is align the letter L with the little 2 dots above. After that, you want to pump it for like a good 20 to 30 seconds. After pumping it, hold it for like minimum 10, 25 seconds, and then with your lighter, light up the pilot up here. Once the pilot is on, you should see a flame bursting out. From there on, you want to keep holding the knob in. After a good 20 to 20 seconds, 10 to 20 seconds, you want to let go. Once you let your thumb go, the fire should remain on. Turn the pilot knob to the on position, right? Turn the pilot to the on position, and then you're able to set the temperature at your required. So down here under this work table, you have your liquid fire extinguisher specifically for your fires, just in case there's an incident.